What's up, y'all? This is Old Makehead coming again, and I'm sorry, I haven't really been able to be consistent with my video commentary of Power. I run 2 channels, and it's a struggle getting footage and material on both of them. And I got footage, I got prediction videos I wasn't even able to get up. And it's like a lot of my predictions have come true. We gonna see, man. I'm not so sure. I got some more predictions for y'all. I think I got some more though. But man, I've had lots of material that I haven't even been able to put out, and it's like, man, I'm just kicking myself. So what we gonna do with this video is we're going to break down, in a general sense, where we're at, and we're going to break it down through character profiles and the relationships that they're in. Because right now, the way the setup is, certain characters are linked to other characters, like with their storylines and everything. So we're going to give you a general breakdown of where we're at and possibly where we could be going. Let's start off with Milan. And Dean, the same person. Let's start out with that character breakdown between him and Ghost. Now, with those two, like, Ghost has kind of met his match. He's met a guy that's similar to him in a lot of ways. Milan has been a ghost. He hasn't really shown himself. Moves in silence. And he's everywhere and nowhere at the same time. And he's all in ghost of shit. His gang is all, kicking their feet up. And it was very symbolic for them to be at the club, having that meeting, having that big drug meeting, because that's where the two worlds merge. The legit world that Ghost is trying to get off into and separate from his criminal world. And the criminal world, that he's trying to get away from. It was very symbolic. It might even point to, like, Ghost not being able to estrange himself from that world and get loose. The dangerous part with Ghost's storyline, and Milan is like, he's maybe that demon that won't let Ghost out. Won't let Ghost out. He's like that final, and he really is. In episode 6, I think that was 6. That was like a changing. That was like a mood changing episode. It changed the whole direction of the season, and that the season was going. It was going in because Ghost was winning, as I said in the previous video. He was on top of everything, and Milan's introduction into the picture symbolized, things changing for Ghost, and Ghost not winning. He's being dictated to by everybody, once again. And another thing too is, they killed Lobos, and what Power is real good with, and good stories are good with, they always replace somebody with somebody else. They all, Lobos died. Now we got an even bigger animal in Milan. Right. So here's the thing with Ghost, and with that meeting too, what it could also foreshadow is, part of the theme of Power is Ghost making it out of the game. He has it's almost like a remake of Superfly in some ways. It's a similar story to Superfly. A guy trying to get out the game, and then you got the big time distributors and things, the big time dealers. They don't want him out. You know what I'm saying? The powers that be don't want him out, and his buddy don't want him out. So it's a similar storyline, but the thing about it is, and what's dangerous is, Ghost got that at the beginning of season 3. He was out of the game, only for him to get back in the game. So it's like that storyline might have came to a close, man. And it was something Lobos told him when he killed Lobos. He was like, "This is how it's gonna end for you," you know. And that could have been very foreshadowing. That was spooky to me when he said that, you know. And in, you know, the kind of character Lobos is, you know, like characters in movies, certain characters, they're so powerful, they also foretell what's going to happen later on, you know, especially when it comes to their end. So, Ghost's storyline is interesting. We know he's the star, but we're not quite sure if he's going to make it out, you know. And we know Milan is like the demon that's in his life, you know, that's possessing his life right now, you know, and he's everywhere. The thing about Milan and what they're doing with his character is the same thing they're doing to Ghost with Milan, they're doing to us, because we really don't know how to read Milan either. We don't know how to go about him. The only one that seems to kind of have a grip on him is Tommy. And Tommy could, you know, Tommy has two storylines, and we'll get to that later, right? Tommy has two storylines as well. But, you know, we really don't know how to go about Milan. You know, he seems to not have made a mistake. And, you know, the way he's imposing on Ghost, he's imposing on the whole show. He's imposing on us, the viewers as well. So, here's the thing, though. I think Milan might have made a mistake. He's making mistakes. It's subtle mistakes, but he's making mistakes, and Ghost might have caught it too. And the thing that the show does with Ghost is Ghost might catch something, but the show won't let you know that he caught it. The show likes to make it appear that Ghost is slipping, only to have him come out on top as he does all the time. And you know, and with Ghost's skill, it's almost like on a superhero type level. As far as his brain, I mean, he's like gifted with that, you know. That's why the boogeyman in Canaan, and they made him the boogeyman. That's why he's so afraid of Ghost, you know, because Ghost's brain is just extraordinary. He's gifted, right? So I think what Ghost is picking up on, what he told Tasha, Ghost is picking up on Milan is kind of showing his hand a little too much. You know, there's a certain rule in the 48 laws of power, right? There's a certain rule that you know, you don't show too much wrath. You don't overkill. You know, and Milan is kind of overkilling, showing up at his house. You know, for him to be a ghost like how he is, he's making himself ever so present. And to me, I think slipping and showing up at Tasha's job like that, and, you know, he was slipping because Keisha hadn't left all the way. She heard the whole conversation, you know, so I was a little sloppy. He's getting sloppy, you know, and I think those are going to be some of the things that trips him up because he's a little too drunk with power. Not like Ruiz, who's flamboyant with it. He's a little more subtle, but it's still kind of like the same shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, we're going to meet at your club, you know. And, you know, he represents the devil, you know. You know, and the devil, you know, on earth, the devil rules like God, you know. So we're going to see if the ghost is going to be able to take out the devil, but that's where he's slipping.